in Burbank, California, it's the Howie Mandel Show. Today, please join Howie as he welcomes politically incorrect host Bill Maher, Truman Show co-star Linney, Dr. Doolittle's Raven-Symone, renowned violinist Itzhak Perlman, and of course, Steve Goldstein and the Studio One Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Howie Mandel!
Thank you. Sit down. Thank you. Sit down. I'm back. That's so good. I don't know if you remember me, but I was around last week, and here I am. I'm Howie. A couple of days, and this is great. It's like an anniversary. This is my first week anniversary. It's like you don't have to applaud. It's not, I don't know if it's such a feat that I've actually kept a job for a week. So I don't know if that, but a first week anniversary, I know like a year is paper, a week is, it's a paper clip. This is my paper clip anniversary. I think we should say hello to Goldie and the Studio One Band. Goldie. You happy to be back?
Great to be back, Howie.
It is good to be back. I never had like a 5-day week and a weekend, and then it's like a real job. I'm a real person now. I never had, because I was doing comedy, and I would fly, on the weekends is when I worked. I actually had a weekend. And it's nice now because here in Los Angeles, the weather's actually turned out nice now. We had, I guess you had it everywhere. You had the El Nino. I don't even know what that, I hear everybody talking about it. I don't know what it is, but now, you know what I read? That now El Nino is over. They're calling for, what, pardon me? Go. La Nina. You're saying La Nina? Is next. What is your name, ma'am? Kelly. And it is La Nina?
La Nina.
And what is that?
Global warming.
So we had a lot of...
We'll have a drought this winter, supposedly.
Thank you for the prediction. Are you sure? Are you some sort of psychic?
No.
What do you do?
I listen to the news.
You listen to the news? Well, so do I. We have so much in common.
I know.
So what is the deal now? They give every kind of, it was rainy, and that was El Nino, and now you're saying there's a drought, and that's called?
La Nina.
La Nina. And so now I don't even know how to dress for the next thing. Maybe I better get the right slacks because I know what's next. La Cucaracha. That's coming up next. La Cucaracha is coming up next, I think. Well, it's been a pleasure. So I don't even know what that is. You know, I want to make you an offer because I'm excited about my second week, and I don't know if I can do this, and I haven't talked to the people at Paramount, so I don't know if but I'm going to offer you it. This show, this whole week, I'm giving you, the viewers, 10% off. What I'm doing, I'm going to give you the full show for 10% off because I'm cutting out the middleman. I'm taking it straight from me to you. It's a deal. Watch my show because it's kind of a sale. You know what's fun about this show? Not only do I work here, but I get to travel all over the place. And I'm doing a little bit of stand-up comedy. One of the only places where I do it is Caesars, and I do all the different Caesars venues. And a little while back, I was at Caesars in the Poconos. Now, I'd never been to the Poconos before. Have you people heard of the Poconos? Yes. Poconos is a honeymoon. It's kind of a honeymoon resort, kind of a romantic place. I was alone, so I didn't want to be alone, and I wanted to explore the adventure of being at this Poconos honeymoon resort. So I joined up with some other people. I brought a video camera, and watch this. You'll get the idea of what I did. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi. What is your name?
Ruth Ann Rubin.
Ruth Ann, and
I'm Ron Rubin.
Ron Rubin, and I'm Howie Mandel, and we're here at the this is Caesars Cove Haven in the Poconos, which is known for
Well, fun.
fun,
Relaxation, excitement.
but really it's a romantic
Lovers and romance.
and lovers and romance, and that's why you're here for
Love and romance.
for love and romance. Well, do you mind if we spend a little time with you and just spend the day and kind of get a feel for what's going on here?
Certainly not. No, no problem.
We're game.
All right.
Okay.
Beautiful. The nature around here, up in the Poconos, is beautiful.
Sure is.
Do you like that? Do you like this kind of stuff?
This is great. It's quiet. Stream flowing behind us there.
Right.
Little rabbits jumping through every now and then. It's really nice in here. It's getting away from the city. It's great.
Love. I don't think there's anything better than this.
No, this is total relaxation. This is great, Howie. This is the best.
Is that why you come up here?
We come up here for privacy, come up here for romance, come up here for relaxation. You get it all here. This is great.
How long have you been coming up, you said?
I think it's been 15 years.
This must do wonders. It must do wonders for the relationship.
Yeah, it brings you back to when you first got married. This is great.
This is probably exactly how it was when you first got married, isn't it?
Not really. Our honeymoon was a little bit different. We spent it down in Cape Cod, but it's very similar in some respects, though. It's just the closeness is great.
Is that your leg?
No, it's not my leg. Is it yours?
And I got a little surprise for you. Guess who's here? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the Rubens. Where are they? Come on out. Sit down. It's the Rubens. Why don't you? This is so great. What do you say? And I don't know if this is forward of me. Hawaii, Christmas, us three.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Howie.
What did you think? You didn't know me, right? You had no idea. You
that
were
was the whole thing. We had no idea who you were.
And you were
I hate to admit it now, but yeah.
But you did. You had no idea who I was, but you were willing to take a bubble bath with me.
Sure. Well, we do that all the time.
You do that all the time? Oh my God. Why do I feel jealous? But you know something? You are terrific sports, and thank you for coming here. And we flew you all the way from Boston to California. I hope you have a great vacation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with you because I think you need to spend time alone.
I think so too.
But you stick with me throughout the show?
Sure.
I want you to have a good time. I've grown attached to you people. You know who we have on today's show?
No.
I want to tell the people, and I want you to maybe you can help me with this, right?
Okay.
We got a guy. This guy's I'm a big fan of. Very funny guy. He's got his own show, hosts his own show every night on ABC called Politically Incorrect. His name is, you can read it right there.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher is here today. And that's not all. We also have from the Truman Show, that Jim Carrey movie, we have the lady who played his wife, a fine actress who has a new Showtime series right now. Read the name.
Laura Tinley.
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney. the Eddie Murphy movie opened this weekend, Dr. Dolittle, and we have one of the stars of Dr. Dolittle. You may know her as a Cosby kid. Well, that's probably where you know her from. And this is?
Raven-Symone.
Right? I'm gonna need a little more excitement, Ron. Okay. You gotta be more excited about these people than you actually are. And this guy's a great musician, and he's known worldwide for his violin playing. He's also a great guy, and he happens to be my cousin. And this is With Excitement. Go ahead.
Itzhak Perlman.
Right, thanks, man. We have that and a lot more. We'll be back right after this. Wow, I'm back. Fabulous. That was fabulous. This is Howie, and these are my bubble bath buddies, the Rubens. And I'm going to start the show now. I'm going to bring out, this guy is the host of one of my favorite shows, not only because I watch it, but I do it a lot, Politically Incorrect on ABC, and he won 3 Cable Ace Awards recently, and for that show, because that was originally on Comedy Central, if you remember, before it moved to ABC. He celebrated his 300th episode, and I want to roll a clip from the show. This is from Politically Incorrect. Watch this.
Let's just move on. You know, I mean, the Pamela Anderson thing is a good example of something that they might have done that somehow got out. And,
right.
And, you know, who cares if they do it in the
We've all made a tape like that. No? Never in your life? Oh, come on. You're looking at me like I'm the only one. But somehow...
Okay, he's confessed. We can go now.
Let's welcome Bill Maher. Thank you.
What an embarrassing tape to play of that.
Well, it was great. It was funny. That's from last week. I did your show last week.
I knew it looked familiar.
It was. And first of all, I want to say...
You've made a tape like that, right? You too? I mean, if you go to that Pump Me Lodge, that you two apparently like to...
Well, they made a tape like that, and apparently I was in it. But, but I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you for being here.
Now, I noticed Bob. Wait a second. Bob, right?
Ron.
When they
Ron.
came out... What?
His name is Ron.
Oh, Ron. May I call you Bob?
Sure.
I noticed when you came out, Bob took the chair, took the good seat.
Right.
Sexist. Isn't that sexist BS right there? I mean, Bob.
Yeah,
He's got a point.
You're on a day in the day, right? A lot of women watching. I'm trying to kiss ass with the women. I was so sexist. It just ticked me off, Howie.
You
I had
seemed
to
ticked
get
off.
off my chest.
Yeah, you did. You seemed ticked off. You did. Well, it's great. First, I wanted to say it's great to have you here on the show, but I know that you've been in this room many times. This is not your first time in this room.
This is the old Carson studio?
This is the old Carson studio.
I love what you've done with it.
Just a little thing I threw together. I'm good with the stuff. Now, you know what the thing is that I remember about doing Carson is that once I did Carson, it legitimized me as a comedian from, like, my mom. My mom said, now you're a comedian. Does your mom watch your show or watch you on TV?
My mom? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty insulting thing if your own mother was like, honey, I'm devoted to Dave. I'm sorry, but I've been watching him for years. I know you got your own show, but...
But I mean, is she proud of you? Because a lot of us
very.
comedians, some moms aren't into the fact that they want to be a comedian. Are they, is she real supportive, and has she always been supportive?
Not only now, but more importantly, when it was hard to be supportive. My parents both were.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
most kids, if they said right after college, I want to be a comedian, they would get a very patronizing sort of, get a real job, you know, because you know what it's like when you start. People say, they don't say you're a comedian. He's trying to be a comedian, that hurts, right? You never heard that when you were starting out?
I'm still trying.
Right.
So I hear it now. You know what else is neat when I do? The Rubens. They're here. Anyway,
You're using people as props.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying, but good
No,
looks.
I'm not. I vacationed with these people. They're my guests. They're staying at my house, too. You want to know something? What's great about doing your show and watching your show, I learned things, and things I didn't know. Last week I did the show, and you talked about, and I never knew this existed until we discussed it, love geddies.
Oh, yeah, that was one of our topics.
Do people know what love geddies are? Tell them what love geddies are.
Love Getty, it's a thing that's sweeping Japan.
Right.
So soon it'll be sweeping here. So clean up. It's a beeper, really. It's like a beeper, but it's for single people. You guys don't need it because you've got the Love Pump Lodge. You wear it like on your belt, and when you get about 10 feet, I think it was, from someone else who's wearing one, if they're single and you're single, they go off.
It's real?
Right, it's real. They
Absolutely.
have these in Japan. They have 3 settings, I think, right? Wasn't it something like if you just want to converse, if you want to date, or if you want to get busy? Not everybody makes the tapes. You do. Did you see that one on Vacation where they're... Wow. But yeah, so it's sort of like, I thought it was more like the animal kingdom, because animals do that. They
make
beep
sounds.
and they make sounds.
They make sounds. So you think this is a good thing?
Well, I think you had the right point. Didn't you say something about you might just fall in love with a truck backing up? Yeah, that's... Hey, look.
You have an opinion on everything.
I'm getting applause off your bit.
It's
This is
okay.
great. That's
Let's
good. I don't
take
have
it
to
where we
work
can
at
get
all.
it. You also have an opinion, I've heard you discuss, and it wasn't on that show, about the tobacco companies. And people suing the tobacco companies.
Yeah.
And what was you want to share that, or I'm just going to state the fact that you have an opinion about it?
Well, what's your opinion about it?
I heard you were against the fact that people are suing the tobacco companies because you felt that it should be their own responsibility. I don't necessarily agree with you,
Really?
but I thought that I'm giving you a little platform
Well, what
here.
do you think? I mean,
I'm anti-smoking, but this is
But
not a
that's
place-
different. We're all anti-smoking.
Right.
We're talking about suing someone who makes a legal product, and when people use it, that's their choice, and they knew it was bad for them when they started. I know you can say the tobacco companies... See now?
Yeah,
See, Bobby lights a fire
but you
under
don't
me.
think the tobacco companies try to cover how bad it is? You don't think that
Yes,
happens?
they do. They're pushers. Do you trust drug pushers?
I
No,
don't
you know what they
deal with
are.
them. I don't have any.
Yeah, right, Howie. Anyway, yeah, you're naturally that bubbly and effusive. Bob, are we buying any of this? I don't think so.
He's just joking. You're joking.
Even
Tell
Janine
them
was
you're
over
joking. I've had a show for 2 weeks. You're joking.
That's what I do, Howie. I come on and I kill the competition. With rumor and innuendo.
That wasn't
I did
even
it to
an
Keenan,
innuendo.
I did it to Sinbad, I'm going to do it to you. And when did you stop beating your wife?
He's talking about a race I had. I had a little race, and now she can run faster than me.
How is the Viagra working for you?
Things are looking up. Anyway. You understand, ladies and gentlemen, that he's a comedian. These are jokes. I'm very embarrassed. You already know I'm very embarrassed.
That's
You're
show
embarrassed.
business,
The Rubens know me because they've taken a bath with me. I would
Right.
never.
That's right.
I would never do drugs. I have never.
Viagra's a drug?
I've never touched my wife. I've never touched her. That's why I take a bath with you people. Anyway,
Viagra's a drug?
is it? Oh yeah, but it's a prescription drug.
But there's the rub. It's a prescription. Oh, I see. So if a guy writes a little note, that makes it different.
I think it does.
And
You know what? We should continue this discussion. We should just. Oh, we can't because you have to. They
I've
just give me a
gotta go.
note. You've got to go.
I've got to take my own show.
You got to go do your own
I
show.
got to do my own show.
Politically incorrect. I don't want to hold you back because I know. Okay.
This is my lunch hour.
So can I thank you so much for coming over,
Howie,
And
to be continued.
please come back anytime.
Thank you very
Thank you so much. We'll be back with more right after this.
Closed captioning for the Howie Mandel Show is brought to you by
I'm back. Just got off the phone with my kids to tell them that man's just a comedian and he was only joking. Just jokes. Anyway, my next guest, I'm very excited about this. I saw the movie a couple weeks ago, but it's a great movie, and millions of you have been seeing it. The Truman Show. This woman is fabulous in it. It's the Jim Carrey movie, and you probably know her from Congo and Primal Fear and Absolute Power. She's now on Showtime's More Tales of the City. Let me show you a clip from the Truman Show. You've probably already seen the movie, but look at it again.
The happiest day of our lives. Oh, look! Jean, Jody, Joanne. Doesn't she look beautiful, Truman? Well, she still does. And there's lots of pages left over for baby photos. I would like to hold a grandchild in my arms before I go.
Angela, we really should be getting you home.
I'll take her.
No. You stay, relax, enjoy yourself. Your favorite show will be coming on.
Sure.
Please welcome Laura Linney. And that's the Rubens.
There you go.
But this is great. It's great to have you here. We've been working. It feels like last
yes,
week. It's
yes.
like deja vu because we did Politically Incorrect together.
We
with
did.
Film. So
And I was terrified, and you were very kind.
I was?
You were very kind.
Well, I hope you're not nervous today. Are you
I'm
nervous?
not. I'm thrilled to be here.
I am
Very
thrilled that you
relaxed.
are here.
Thank
It is.
you.
It's a fun.
Thanks.
Isn't this a fun place? I had so much fun watching the movie. I watched
Oh,
the movie
good.
last week. I took
Good.
the kids, and we just had a great time.
Good.
Now, was that a tough movie to do? You know, somebody was telling me a story, and I realized that when you watch these movies, you don't notice what's going on in the background, and all through your home and stuff, there were like your whole life. You have to create this whole life.
Yes.
And what went into that? To
Well,
creating the whole life?
we came up with lots of details. It was one of those fun movies where people actually, a lot of times you do films and you don't get to know people you're working with, and you can make a whole movie and you never really discuss anything with anyone.
Right.
But with this film, because we were all filming in a small town in Florida, we were together for months and months. So we spent a lot of time figuring little details out.
Right.
And our homes, or the set of The Truman Show, was filled with product placement things. I'd wake up in the morning and there'd be cereal on the table, and I'd have to move the cereal a certain way. And
well, for those of you that haven't seen the movie,
Right,
and
too.
I don't know that anybody doesn't know this, but the premise of the movie is that his life is an actual TV show. It's being
Yes.
videotaped, and he doesn't know that, and everybody, his wife included, are actors.
Yes.
So that it's an actual show, and the rest of the world is watching it.
That's right.
So hence the product placement.
That's right, and there's no commercials, so we have to incorporate product placement into the show. So very casually, I would sort of, push a product in the middle of a conversation, a fight, in a very sort of unnatural way. So that was a lot of fun, but we would come up with names,
Right.
like silly names for the products.
Right.
Like the cereal was Motion Bran. One of the cereals' names was Motion Bran, or Get Up and Go, Bran Flakes, and things like that. So we had fun with it.
You were great, and it was a
Thank
fun
you.
movie to watch. Now, do you ever,
Thanks.
you've been acting for a long time. I mean, your background, I know, is stage?
Yes.
Right, you come from
Yes.
the stage, you come
Yes.
from New York. So was this a big transition for you?
It's taken a while, and I've been really lucky because I'm one of those people who had really small parts in movies, and then they just sort of got bigger and bigger
You
and
started
bigger.
in commercials, though, right?
Yes, I did a few commercials. When I first got out, I went to Juilliard, which is an acting school,
Right.
and I got out, and you have no money, and I did 4 or 5 commercials right off the bat.
Any prominent ones that we
I
would
did
know?
a Dristan commercial.
Oh.
I snorted Dristan. a lot of snorting.
You're the
of
one with the
Dristan.
stuffed up nose.
That's right, and it works so fast.
It does. So you
And
stood on
then-
the street and snorted?
Yeah.
Did you get recognized from that?
No.
No.
Fortunately.
Well, now you're gonna.
The nose is still anonymous.
Wow.
But then I also did one of those Citibank commercials with
Right.
the black background, the very
Right.
serious. Like I noticed there were some unusual charges on his Citibank card. That was me.
That's you.
That was me.
But now you've made it, and you're doing features, and you're doing the exciting thing now, and maybe people don't know this, is on Showtime right now, they're doing this series. Is it a mini-series or a series?
It's a mini-series.
It's a mini-series, More Tales of the City. And the
Right.
background, I'm fascinated by that, because
Yeah.
that was a PBS series that
It
was a little
was.
too risque.
It
right?
was. It's based on 6 novels by Armistead Maupin, and we did the first novel. We did 6 hours based on the first novel 4 years ago for PBS. It was a tremendous success with ratings. It won a Peabody Award. It won an Emmy nomination. But it was a little too risque for PBS, and
Right.
because of some political problems, they let the project go, which was very disappointing to all of us. However, Showtime came to our rescue.
You were on the original PBS show?
Yes, 4 years ago. And
Right.
the same cast now we've all sort of reassembled together.
Oh, that's great.
And continuing it along.
like a reunion.
It is.
So
It
this
is.
is exciting, and it's on Showtime. You know what, do you have a clip from it?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, I shouldn't ask
Yes.
you. I have a clip.
You
from it.
have the clip.
But do you want to set up the clip?
Yes, absolutely. My character, Marianne Singleton, goes on a cruise to Acapulco with her best friend, and she meets, she falls in love for the first time on this cruise. She meets this hunky guy, and this, I think, is her first date with him on the boat.
Really? And it's just you and the guy? The Rubens aren't there, are they?
No.
Okay. Let's watch this clip.
How old are you, Bert?
27.
It's strange. You seem not older, exactly. I mean, you seem 27, but I'm someone who was 27 a long time ago.
Out of it, in other words.
Why do you keep saying that? I like it.
So this is kind of very steamy.
It's a little romance. For
When
Marianne
is it on?
Singleton.
I know it's on Showtime.
It's on Showtime Tuesdays during the month of July, and that actually was Colin Ferguson who was in that scene with me. So.
Well, that's a nice scene. So like hot, sexy, dramatic.
It is
kind of
sexy,
show.
fun, wonderful. The show has tremendous heart and
Well,
is great fun.
Well, you know something? You're great fun,
Yeah.
too.
Thank you, Howie.
I want you to come
Thanks.
back like anytime
You
you
got
want.
it. You got it.
You're a joy and a great actress.
Well,
and
thank you.
you're going to stick around? Can you stick around
Yes,
with us in the room?
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Laura Linney. We'll be back with more right after this.
Coming up on the Howie Mandel Show, Dr. Dolittle co-star 12-year-old Raven-Symone. Today, Howie's guests are The Truman Show's Laura Linney, Dr. Dolittle's Raven-Symone, and still to come, violinist Itzhak Perlman. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Howie.
Isn't this fun? This is fun. Okay, my next guest, she got her start as a top Ford model at 2 years old. I can do, she was modeling. At age 5, she became Olivia in The Cosby Show, and now starring as Eddie Murphy's daughter in Dr. Dolittle. Now, let me show you a little scene from Dr. Dolittle. Watch this.
Dad, I have to go.
Lucky's in the bathroom right now.
The dog is using the bathroom.
Please welcome Raven-Symone. Hi.
Hi.
You look beautiful.
Thank you very
Well, you've been a model since you were 2.
Well, actually, 6 months.
6 months. Did you crawl down the runway?
No, I don't remember, but my dad said that just modeling. I don't really
You were
know.
just modeling. You wanted, I guess at 4 months, you got tired of hanging around the house. You went, I want to do something with my life. I'll be a model. And then at 5, you got the Cosby Show.
3.
3?
3.
Now, how does a 3-year-old get that? Did they just look at you? Did you have to audition? How do you
Well,
do that?
actually, I tried out for the part of Ghost Dad, but I didn't get it. So the people who were casting for Ghost Dad cast for the Cosby Show.
Right.
And I had to learn 8 pages of the script.
How old were you?
3.
3. How does a 3-year-old?
Well, actually, I was 2 when they did that, but I
2?
was 3 when I started.
We're gonna, if we keep having this conversation, you're gonna be an embryo. Going back. Okay. Well, so you're 2 years old. How do you learn 8 pages?
My dad said I had a photographic memory, and also like he'd read it to me, and then he'd keep reading it to me, and when I went to sleep that night, the next morning I'd have it.
Wow.
And that
That's
still
a real
happens.
talent. That still happens. Do you have things in your head that you don't want there anymore?
No.
No. Now you're a beautiful girl. How old are you now?
I'm 12.
12? Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I'm
No.
not allowed to date. My dad and my mom are not.
Good. I like that. I have a 13-year-old. I think that's a good rule. That is a good rule. When do they think you'll be allowed to date?
My mom says when I'm about 24.
Hey, you're halfway there. So, now, you did Dr. Dolittle.
Yes.
Was that fun? Was that a lot of fun?
Lot of fun.
Are you an animal lover?
Yes, I have 3 pets. I have 2 dogs and a bird. I have a conure. Did y'all see Polly or,
Yeah, the movie. It's like a parrot. It's like a
that's
parrot.
the kind of bird I have.
You have
it's
one of those?
It's a conure.
I have one like that. I have a conure also.
You do?
I really do.
Cool.
Does yours talk?
It says hello, but he gets on my nerves. I don't really like him.
You don't. The fact that your bird talks gets on your nerves?
Well, the bird in general.
The bird just gets on your knee.
It squawks all the time.
You know, my bird, no, I'm not going to tell you that. My bird, I will tell you that. My bird, my conure, has diarrhea.
My bird does too, and I have to clean its cage, so...
Why is that? Why do conures, you pay all this money to have things coming out of their mouth, not the other animal? I don't know. Did you get along with the animals in the movie?
Yes, I did.
Because you know that we have some of the animals right here with us.
I
Can we
know.
bring out some of your friends from the movie?
Here.
Trainers? Pardon me? The trainers don't have microphones. Well, we're not going to talk to the trainers. We'll talk to the animals. Here we go. Let's bring out some of the animals. Bring them out front here. This is the oh, she's getting instructions. Now, come. Why don't you bring them out here?
Come on.
Wow. Wow. This is maybe I'll come around front. I want to see the dog. What's his name?
This is Sam.
Sam?
He was Lucky on the movie.
Sam, why can't a dog use its real name in a movie?
Stay.
How does it put on a character? This is Sam,
a smart dog.
but you know him as Lucky. Did he have a costume and a wardrobe?
No, but this monkey did. He was the drunk monkey in the movie.
The drunk monkey?
Yeah.
Now I noticed the monkey's wearing a diaper.
Yes.
He thinks he's a conure?
This is Crystal.
This is Crystal, and does Crystal do any tricks?
Yes, but I'm not the trainer, so I don't know how to do it.
Well, can you get the monkey to do a trick? Are you afraid? Is the trainer afraid? I know you're not mic'd. What, can you get him to do it? Does he have a headache and he doesn't want to do a trick? What's he doing? Pardon me? Tell him to stick his tongue out. Whoa! And what does Sam do? Does Sam do anything? Pardon me? Talk. Sam's supposed to talk. 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 Like what I'm doing. Talk. Talk. How are you? Talk. You know what? I'm taking your signal, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I saw you say talk. You know what? You're directing your instructions to me, and that's why I'm talking. And then watch this. I can stick up my tongue, too. What are your names? What's your name?
Mark Forbes, and this is Tom Gunderson.
Wow. Mark Forbes and Tom Gunderson.
I have a request.
You have a request?
I have a request.
Go ahead.
I love the show Bobby's World.
Me too.
And I was just wondering, can you do that voice for me?
Yeah. I could. You have to tell me to talk. I can't just do it.
What do you want me to say?
Everybody's doing comedy on today's show. And what?
I just want to tell you that I have this new website, just in case you're into the computer thing.
I am. Why don't you give out your website number?
It's www.raven-symone.com. Check it out.
Yeah, you better check it out. And check out this show because we got a lot more. We'll be back with more right after this. You gonna stick around? Thank you very much.
Show, NBC's Dr. Fraser Crane, Kelsey Grammer, pop radio psychologist Dr. Tony Grant, and healthy eating with Mr. Juice Man, Jay Cordage. And now, here's Howie.
I'm back, that's right. I just want to tell you, in the last segment when I was going to bring out the animals, you know, I'm getting, you don't know this at home, but I'm getting a lot of signals from behind the camera, and I guess they knew the trainers were coming out, and the trainers didn't have microphones, but I didn't know the trainers didn't have microphones, so my executive producer, JB, who's standing there, held up a card. How do you spell mic? Because microphone is M-I-C-R-O, right? So he went, they have no mics. M-I-C-E-S. So I'm reading, I got this card, just as I'm saying they're bringing out the animals. The trainers have no mice. I'm thinking, so wouldn't that be a good thing? Why are they warning me? Look, there's the card. Trainers are not miced. I don't know if he's warning me. Maybe I shouldn't go near them because they haven't been, the trainers have not been miced. They spend a lot of time around animals, and until you're demiced, don't you touch Howie. Because that's the rule around here. That is the rule around here. Oh, boy. So what do you want to do now? You want to do something now? Is there any questions? Anybody have a question? I have... No, I'm not talking to people here. I'm talking to people at home. Does anybody have a question? Because if you do, You know what? Write it down and send it to me, and I'll answer. Why, somebody here have a question? No. Nobody has any questions. See, I've kept you all up to date. Nobody has questions. I have answers. We'll be back with Itzhak Perlman right after this. Well, this is exciting for me because this next guy is not only a renowned violinist, an Emmy winner, he's got 15 Grammys, sold millions of CDs. These are his 2 new ones out. He tapes, he's got a 25-year career, but he's also my cousin. So welcome cousin Itzhak Perlman, ladies and gentlemen.
You have to excuse me. Business is business.
You love animals, huh?
Well, I have 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs?
Yes. We have Wheaten Terriers. You know, soft-coated Wheaten Terriers. They're very cute.
They are?
One's name is Latka.
Latka.
And the other one's name is Yontef.
Yontef.
And when the dog behaves well, I say good Yontef. You know.
Good Yontef. Which,
Okay.
if you spoke Yiddish,
that's right. You
would be rolling in the aisles.
Rolling. That's a big if.
Yes, no, but I'm sure we have viewers that are rolling in the aisles right now.
Yeah, I can see them, yeah.
But you know what? I'm very excited. I'm not only am I a fan of your music, but you know that we're cousins.
Well, I wrote you a letter.
Well, you know,
and you never returned it.
Well, you want to know the truth is, that is the absolute truth. That is the absolute truth. I want to show you
have the
something.
letter, or you have the...
Look at this. This is the letter that you wrote me.
Yes.
You wrote me, it's dated, and you signed it, and I was so excited.
And let me show you the letter
cousin.
that you wrote.
No, I didn't write it. I was so excited, I took it out. Turn it your way? All right, you can get it right. No, because does it have my address on it? I don't want other people writing my home.
Does it have my address?
So, does it have your address?
Yes, it does.
So
no, it doesn't actually.
Okay,
it's fine.
we can show everybody. Not that we don't want to give you our home address. We don't have enough food for all the visitors. Okay, so this is the letter that you wrote me. You wrote me this February 27th, 1986.
You were someplace else, elsewhere.
I was doing St. Elsewhere,
yes,
and you wrote me this letter, and you formed me. I was so excited that you were my cousin. I framed it. And I put it on the wall. I never wrote back. I'm an idiot. You know, instead of an envelope, I had a frame. But I am so proud. I am so proud that you're in my family. You know, because I've been known as like a silly comic and whatever. And anytime I want some dignity, I go, you know who my cousin is?
That's right.
Itzhak Perlman.
Sure.
That's my cousin. I'm very proud of that.
Are you talented with music?
No.
Oh, good.
No. You got it all.
Good,
Like
good.
Once I played the triangle, but that's it. It wasn't a big concert, only about. But you've been doing it for a long time. Do you remember your first TV appearance?
Yes, that was Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan?
Ed Sullivan, yes.
Wow.
1958. That was about 4 years ago. No, I was 13. I was 13 years old.
13 years
Came
old.
to Israel. He visited Israel, and he took a whole Israeli show, and I was in charge of the violin playing. You know. And,
wow. You show us the violin. I know you brought a violin with you today. I love this.
that silly thing. Yeah.
That silly thing. That's why we set this up.
Oh,
we
right.
want to.
No, I thought that was.
Can you take out the violin?
You want me to?
I want you to.
Already?
No, I just want to. You can I went to touch it. He went, don't touch it. I read
I'm
something.
going to play. I'm just going to take it out.
No, I said you don't touch it because these are very expensive. Somebody said, is this like a 1714 Stradivarius?
Well, it used to be. No, actually, this one is a Guarnerius.
That's a Granarius?
Yes,
I
Guarnerius.
knew that. I just wanted to make sure that they were clear.
You notice how I pronounce it beautifully, too.
A Granarius?
Yes, excellent. Well pronounced.
But I read like you have one that's Stradivarius.
Yeah, I have a Strat. This one is my summer violin.
It's a summer violin?
Yes, yes. I played, you know, instead I played the Hollywood Bowl. We did klezmer music.
Right.
So outdoors, I feel more comfortable.
So the other one's a winter.
A winter fiddle, and this is summer fiddle.
It's furry. The winter fiddle would be furry.
No, I'll tell you, this I don't know. It's a different quality, but Guarnerius actually lived at the same time that Strad did. And he made fewer instruments, so in some ways they're rarer.
And is this also very expensive?
Oh, yeah, well, you can buy a house for this, you know what I mean.
Really?
A little house, but...
That's why when I went to get it, you went, keep your hands off of it.
Keep your hands off of my
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, I know you have 4 children?
5.
5?
Yes.
I knew you
Today
had 4.
I always almost. I heard you before. 5, no 3. 4, no 5. So
I'm not good with numbers.
Yeah, it's all right.
Are they into music?
4 out of the 5. actually are.
What does the other one do?
He's a lawyer.
Are you disappointed?
Not at all. Musicians need lawyers. You know?
Really?
Yes.
I gotta hear. Can I hear just a little bit?
Oh, sure.
I would love to hear. Oh, you are amazing.
No, here, I'll play you a note.
Please.
Do you have the contract?
You are my cousin.
No.
This is truly
No,
amazing.
you see, the thing about violins is it's probably one of the most difficult instruments to play because there's nothing there, so you can see, who is that?
It's the monkey.
Terrific. Does he play the violin? Hey there. Anyway, it's, you know, to do something like that, you have to study for I don't know how long until you get a silly... I'll tell you why. It's because when you put the bow here, you know, if you put it here, it wouldn't sound. Put it here, it wouldn't sound. It has to be just in the right place.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, it sounds like
everything,
it's in the right
and of
place.
course, as you can see, guitars have little frets here.
Right.
This has nothing.
So you find your own.
So it's by Braille. You know, you basically have to feel, and then you have to listen.
Well, just hearing the few notes that you do is truly... Now, you're not only a fan of music. Somebody told me that you're also a fan of the New York Knicks.
Yes,
You're a huge fan.
absolutely.
How come they play an organ at those games? They don't play violin at those games. Dun,
It's
dun,
more
dun, 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 dun. Can you do that? Can you play that?
What?
That song that they play at the games.
I know, I have to learn that first.
Dun, 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 dun. Can you play that?
Very
See,
easy.
they don't play that at the games. Doesn't make, you know, I heard, I always felt bad.
I never got so much applause for so few notes.
You're that good.
Oh.
You're that good. Let me tell you something. I felt so bad about not writing you back and everything, and I said, what does he like? And I knew you liked the New York Knicks, so I got you a Patrick Ewing. I got you a Patrick Ewing shirt and a cap to wear to the game. And I'll write you back. I want to thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Continued success.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll be back with more after this.
If you're in the LA area and
Tomorrow's show, I got Kelsey Grammer. And upcoming shows, I have Mel Gibson, Drew Carey, Michael Bolton, Chris Rock, James Vanderbeek of Dawson's Creek, a lot more. I want to thank my guest today, Bill Maher. I want to thank you for coming down. I want to thank the lovely Rubens, Laura Linney. More Tales from the City on Showtime. We'll be watching that. Raven-Symone, Dr. Doolittle, Itzhak Perlman. You can get his CDs. They're available now and all over the place. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Goldie. I'll see you tomorrow. This is exciting.